Hello everyone, my name is Paul Tracey. I'm a Professor of Innovation at the Judge Business School, and I guess all the work that I do is really at the intersection of organisation theory and in entrepreneurship and innovation. And I guess I self-identify as a social innovation scholar rather than a sustainability scholar, but there's obviously a lot of overlap between these domains. All the work that I do is really qualitative, mostly single case based, but I do multi-case research as well. So I have a limited methodological repertoire. Theoretically, I guess I draw on institutional theory and identity theory of different kinds. And it's been really interesting. I've been studying social innovation since, I guess, 2003. When I first came to the business school in 2003, I think that some of my colleagues thought I was a bit strange. It's like, who is this weird guy who's studying this social stuff? We're trying to build a business school here, and this guy's doing social stuff. I think my colleagues thought that was unusual. When I taught my first MBA class, I had 4 students sign up. My teaching is not that bad. But you know, it's been really interesting when you fast forward these 15 years, just how much this space has really become much more legitimate, and that's opened up lots of interesting possibilities to do different things. In fact, 4 years ago, the Dean asked me if I would set up a social innovation centre, which I was very pleased to do. And at the core of the social innovation centre that I run are 2 activities: a master's programme in social innovation and a social venture incubator. And in that social venture incubator, we've had over 100 social entrepreneurs that we support in various ways, and they've done really cool businesses, or set up really cool businesses. And that's given me an opportunity, I guess, to study these very interesting people. So what I wanted to talk about today was this current project, my main research project, I guess, at the moment, which is about social entrepreneurship within this incubator. So, you know, we're spending a lot of time with these social entrepreneurs. We're learning a lot about what they do, and we're trying to make sense from a research standpoint. Because to come into the incubator, I should say, one of the conditions is you have to agree to be interviewed in a focus of our research. And you know, we're really struggling to make sense theoretically of all this stuff. And in particular, like mainstream research on from organisations, but also on entrepreneurship, it's not very helpful in terms of a lot of the problems that they're trying to address. And so what we're trying to do at the moment is to apply an identity and identification lens to look at how they understand themselves and their venture, and link it to core points in the entrepreneurial journey or entrepreneurial process. So we think about different issues with regard to opportunity recognition, with regard to resource acquisition, with regard to decisions about growth. What we know about that in the context of entrepreneurship doesn't really make sense in the context of these entrepreneurs that we study. So we're trying to build, I guess, a new understanding by looking at the points of connection between them and their ventures and how that impacts on their decision making. So that is the research agenda that we've got. That's the main thing that I'm working on at the moment. Now, this final slide you've seen before, because you know, Tobias, you know, is a very intelligent person, clearly, because we chose the same thing. So what had happened is that so Juana had asked us to finish off our presentations with a picture that kind of summarised our research agenda. But you know, for someone like me who's not visual at all, I find it really difficult to do things visually. That was very hard. So this is why I took this. I took this this cartoon. And one of the things that I think is really interesting about the entrepreneurs that we study is that oftentimes, like this, you know, we were talking about this in the previous session, this tension between the social and commercial, it just doesn't really exist with them. It's like they think about their ventures in a completely different way. And so I guess that cartoon was designed to say, well, our social entrepreneurs, that doesn't speak to them. They're a very different type of person. I think it's really important that we understand their motivations and their decision making through a very different lens than we've been using to date.